Hello everyone, today I want to talk about urban vacancy and how it affects the quality of life in cities. Urban vacancy refers to lands and properties abandoned for a long time due to reasons like economic recession or demographic changes. This leads to building deterioration, reduced investment, and social decline. Studies show that vacancy also increases stress, insecurity, and mental health issues among residents. Understanding these impacts and finding strategies to regenerate vacant spaces is vital for urban quality of life and sustainable development. Now let's look at some studies on how vacancy affects our well-being. In an article by Newman and his colleagues at 2022 found that a 10% increase in vacancy reduces residents' mental health quality by about 5.2%. Vacant spaces not only hurt property values but also raise PTSD risks, especially after disasters. They weaken social bonds and create feelings of insecurity. Managing vacancies must go beyond physical fixes. It should also boost mental and social well-being. Now let's see how green spaces help reduce social harms. In an article by Kuo and Sullivan in 2001, discovered that buildings with vegetation had 52% fewer crimes and 56% fewer violent crimes than those without. Adding trees and greenery not only beautifies spaces but also increases safety and community trust. This shows landscape design is crucial for safer, healthier neighborhoods. Let's now look at a real-world example. One great example is the vacant land greening program in Philadelphia, studied by Stewart and colleagues in 2018. Through clearing lots, cleaning, planting grass and trees, and creating small green spaces, the project had a significant positive impact on residents' mental health. People living near these green lots reported a 41.5% decrease in feelings of depression and a 62.8% decrease in poor mental health self-assessment, with even stronger effects in low-income neighborhoods. Interestingly, just cleaning the lots without adding vegetation didn't have the same impact. This shows that even a small-scale urban greening projects can be affordable, effective way to improve mental health, reduce stress, and boost social resilience. So now that we've seen the power of greening, let's explore what happens when residents themselves get involved. In an article by Stewart and colleagues in 2019, found that resident-led beautification projects can significantly strengthen place attachment and social empowerment. When people work together to clean, plant, and maintain urban spaces, it helps build stronger social ties and a greater sense of responsibility toward their neighborhoods. This kind of collective action can turn vacant abandoned lots into sources of local pride and community cohesion. Also, breaking down larger urban blocks and handing over stewardship to residents not only reduces city maintenance costs, but also deepens social engagement and belonging. Now, let's see what role landscape architects can play in this process. Landscape architects have a key role in transforming vacant urban spaces into vibrant, functional places. Through careful site analysis and research-driven design, they can turn abandoned lots into parks, gardens, or multi-use spaces that improve microclimates, boost biodiversity, and create areas for physical activity and social interaction. Actively involving residents in the design and stewardship process ensures that these spaces reflect local needs and strengthen community pride. Using sustainable strategies like native plants, permeable surfaces, and green infrastructure also helps manage runoff and improve environmental quality. In under-resourced neighborhood, these interventions don't just beautify the space. They create real opportunities for social participation and investment, helping to reduce social inequalities. Finally, let's bring it all together and talk about why revitalizing vacant spaces is so critical. At the end of the day, greening vacant spaces isn't just about making neighborhoods look nicer. It's about fundamentally improving people's lives. These projects can reduce stress, lower crime rates, and boost the sense of social belonging, creating safer and more vibrant communities. One of the most important steps is first identifying and analyzing vacant spaces carefully, and then designing strategies that turn them into living social assets through multifunctional spaces, strengthened social life, and community-based organization. Landscape architects play a central role here, using sustainable, nature-based designs and actively engaging communities. They can transform hard, neglected spaces into dynamic, human-centered places. Looking ahead, we as designers must prioritize building greener, healthier, and more connected cities, using vacant spaces regeneration as a foundation for creating sustainable urban futures. Thank you all so much for your attention. I hope this talk added something new to your understanding of urban vacancy and its importance. Wishing you all the best, Naz.